Hello everybody, welcome to the Daily Brick. My name is Nick, and today we're looking at set number 8773, a 4-digit set today. So this is one of the older sets that did come out in 2004. This is Santis from Knight's Kingdom and Castle. This is kind of a 2-for-1 kind of theme. It's Castle theme, but also Knight's Kingdom 2. There are a bunch of cool little details on this build that I have never seen before. There's a bunch of very specialized pieces that have never been reproduced, specifically because these pieces were made for these sets and nothing else. So this is definitely something that's a little bit more unique to take a look at on here on the channel. There are some pieces that I really wish they continued to make, because I think people would make really good mocks with them, but it seems that some of these pieces only appear in this set and a couple other Knight's Kingdom sets that follow the exact same sort of formula that this one does. This kind of reminds me of things like Bionicle and Hero Factory. It looks like a contraction fig. It specifically reminds me of the Deep Sea Raider, which is one of the Atlantis sets that has this big red robot, and I used to have it as a kid. I think that this really reminds me of that, and it looks really reminiscent. We're going to start down at the feet. The feet are very specialized, and they are molded in a way that look like they have actual like shoes on, which is definitely strange. You can see that it's just the Technic clicking bars, so it's like the Technic clicking, like the pins that go into the sides, and then they click as you want to move the different joints around. So the feet do actually move. I can move them for you, so you can take a look at that. So as you can see right here, you can move these back and forth, and that does ratchet just like that. So those are the ratchet joints again. So he also does have opposable knees, which is really nice. So you can take the knees and you can do that. You can kind of pose these in a lot of different ways, which is really nice. I do appreciate when the ratchet joints do allow you to do that, and I think that knees on these types of figs are perfect. As you can see towards the torso, there's a lot of really unique printing that you wouldn't really see otherwise in builds like this. It's one big piece up there for the whole torso. There are two 1x4 plates up there that have some modified chunks on them. I'm not really sure what to call them. There are supposed to be studs showing on the front of the torso, so it does give off like more of like a battle ready, battle worn kind of look. So you can see right there on the chest that you do have just these two 1x4 pieces right there. I'm not sure what to call them. I've never seen them before this set, so it's very unique to see. He has a sword that resembles the same swords that you would get in the Knight's Kingdom minifig base sets. So that was kind of an interesting thing about this set, is that it's based off of a theme that is already minifig scale. So it's very odd to see the contraction type style. It's almost reminds me of the Star Wars contractions, where we got a bunch of figs for the actual sets, and then a little longer down the line we did get contraction figs. So this is just different with the ratchet joints. Let's see, that sword again is very cool. It's in a pearl blue, which is definitely something that's a little bit more unique. You can find that on those droids. I'm pretty sure it's the same mold color as the droids that are in the B2 battle droids that are in the pearl blue. He does have a shield that is not plastic. It is almost like that laminated cardboard. It's definitely something that Lego does not do nowadays. Actually, the most similar thing that I can think is the moon from the Nightmare Before Christmas set. That is kind of the most relatable object to this shield, which is definitely something that's a little unique. And I really do appreciate that Lego did that, because, you know, it's playful and you can play around with it a little bit more than something that's brick built. This fig does have one play feature on the back. There is this lever back there, as you can see. You can actually take this little lever right here, sort of push that out, and he does lift his hand. So you can again pose the hand in any way you want. So like the sword could be doing that, so you can do it all the way out like this, and it can just be chopping. It's actually quite fun. I do appreciate when the Lego contraction figs do have some sort of play feature, especially on the back, and it doesn't hinder the arm movement at all. I think that honestly it makes it a little bit better to play with, because it looks more realistic when you've got the arm flailing around like that. He does have printing on his face. That mask up there does actually lift up, so you can just push the mask back just like that, and you can take a look at his face print, which is a guy in a just knight armor, and he is yellow, so it is supposed to be based off of the minifig, and he just have a big mustache and big bushy eyebrows, so he's definitely a knight. He's definitely swarthy and scary. One last thing that I did want to point out, on the legs you do have these Technic joints that do slide into the ratchet joints, and they make little armor padding sort of pieces. I've never seen these before. They are honestly awesome. I really wish that LEGO continued to use them, just because you don't see things like this in sets nowadays. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. You can see on there, that's actually a separate piece that you're able to just take out, and it looks like it gives some depth to the legs. I think that works really, really well, and it honestly is just, I love red, so like this is a perfect piece for like mocks, and I think that LEGO really should consider bringing back detail pieces like that are able to attach. That is going to be all for today. I really hope that LEGO does bring back some more small detail pieces like that, just because they do produce a lot of smaller detail pieces now, but it's more for system than anything else. We haven't had a Constructions or a Ratchet line in a very long time, so it's something that we should get a revival of, at least in the future. I know that LEGO Constructions don't really sell that well, but I think that if they were to do maybe one a year, maybe two a year, just to, you know, ease out the production, then it would be a lot better. Like I said, that is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.